Oh, I could hear myself. No, ew. I was doing an audio check earlier and I forgot it. I set it to monitor, so that jump scared me like a little bit. It is really good to be back. I didn't realize how much, or I did realize how much I enjoyed specifically drawing, but drawing with a group of cool cats. The Sigma pack, if you will. Government mandated reference to the Sigma pack. I now have a carpeted room. This is epic. You're gonna see my shadow. I'm still working on that. But first of all, hello everybody. Hope you're doing well. It's currently 7:30 p.m. Central Time. It is the first stream back after about a 4 or 5 day hiatus. I moved into my apartment. I tore up a mattress topper and placed it around the walls of my room to dampen the echo. We're still experiencing some technical stuff. I do apologize. It's gonna be a bumpier stream, but more important than any of that, let's head over and get warmed up. I say it every time, but so yeah. Hope you guys are having a good one. I hope you had a good couple days. My desk is now higher, and so like I feel like I'm actually using it the way it should be used. You're gonna see my head shadow. My like all of this light is from above. And I apologize. I tried really hard to set up good lighting, and I did it poorly. Also, my entire setup is to my right, to the point where I have to stand up to use my keyboard and stuff. So please don't make me moderate the chat, because it's going to be very hard to. In fact, here. But yeah, so let's just get started. Not gonna really. Oh wait, wrong timer. There we go. There. So like I said, yeah. This is a really weird angle. I may actually even increase the angle of this table a little bit more. That would actually technically help with the shadows, I guess. This diagonal angle will go crazy. Yeah, I have had to do a lot of stuff to the point where the camera is actually panned right now. Like I went into the settings just to pan it, because you can see so much of my room. It's a good maybe 2 feet above my desk right now. It is really weird, and it's going to be a lot to get used to, especially in the midst of this. I don't like seeing my own shadow when I draw. It messes me up a lot. I'm like a mole rat or whatever it is. Groundhog, yep. And this is my first time drawing. Like I doodled a lot over the past couple days. We also got my fountain pen that I've been waiting for about half of a month by Muji, sorry. So we also have that to talk about this stream. I have not used it yet. We could use it this stream. We could do an extended warm-up, which I think we'll need. But it is the final semester, or the final 2 semesters, the final year of college, my final apartment for college, and probably my final year of Drawbox. I mean, yeah, definitely my final year of Drawbox. I joked about it during early lesson 5, before it took 121 streams. But I will probably finish Drawbox near when I graduate college. So I'm excited, extremely nervous. There's good news every day, which is a good thing about things in life. But like at the same time, equally horrifying. Yeah, it's crazy to think out. Like since last semester, I've been streaming in college more than I've not been streaming in college. I know it's a weird statistic to think about, but and you guys have seen, a lot of the phases of me, like going through my lesson 3 streams. I feel like, I mellowed out a bit, because I realized I don't have to be as like characterized. I don't know, like I was a bit of a character, I was playing it up a little bit in the earlier streams. I still am now. Like I do the intro and everything. And then you watched as that fateful fall semester of junior year absolutely stripped me of all youth and enthusiasm. And we learned from the very basics of making lines and textures to still the basics of doing other stuff. But it's been really fun, and so I'm really excited to spend another year with you guys, or however long it takes to finish the draw box. I have not worked on the lesson videos in a couple days, so rightfully so, right? I've been busy, but I want to do at least maybe 30 minutes of work on the videos a day. That's my big goal this semester. I've been really good about that so far. In fact, I'm practically finished with the lesson storyboard, or lesson 3 storyboard, which will speed up being finished with that and finding my flow with those. Lesson 3 will help me finish lesson 4 and 5 faster. Also got some good news today. The final confirmation being that I will not be, I'll be leaving you guys for about 2 weeks in the winter because I will be studying abroad. I got the great opportunity to do so. I'm gonna go draw over there. I'm gonna have, try to have as much fun as I can during the short winter study abroad. Lots of pictures and all that good stuff. I want to make a video. I don't think it's gonna be possible. Also, the summer technically isn't over yet, and I could still make the Instagram, which was part of my hot girl summer list to do. So I just need to figure out lighting, and of course, I mean, look at me. I know nothing about lighting. I suck at it. But I don't think you guys come to these streams to watch me draw boxes and stuff for an hour. If you do, you're weird. Let me know if the mic sounds too echoey or anything like that too. We're in the baby steps of improving it all stuff. Why are you box watch shaming? You're weird. Go watch like sports or freaking Ice Cream Sandwich made a new video. Go watch that. I like Ice Cream Sandwich's videos. They're good. What's it called? Like eye wash, eye cleanse. Like if you're ever stressed out, having a bad day, go watch some Ice Cream Sandwich videos. Very funny little guy. Trying to recap if there's anything major that happened. My sister hasn't given me the go-ahead to talk about this, but given how stupid it is, I think she's totally cool with it. And being her older brother, I'm going to talk about it. So, as you guys know, my sister and I moved apartments, and we're moving her into her apartment. And 2 weeks ago, her apartment complex changed ownership. She goes into her apartment about 4 days ago, and we are met with the fact that she has absolutely no furniture when the apartment was supposed to be furnished. Following, she has no internet, and the AC isn't working. She only has a microwave, a fridge, and a washing machine, and an oven, and like half of those aren't plugged in or set up. There are stains and paint markings everywhere in her apartment, and we come to learn that they just weren't ready for move-in, yet they did it anyways. And it wasn't the move-in people's fault, it was upper management for not scheduling anything. So she's been a real trooper. And it comes to show that apartment move-in you can plan, you can do your best, and then literally the most unexpected possible thing will happen. So W Sisful. Yeah, no, whenever it first happened, she was scrolling through her phone, finding like replacement apartments. Like, okay, I'm just getting a new apartment, which I get. Like, we all knew, and she herself, that was just like a coping mechanism for me. And like, this apartment sucks because of this. It's a nice apartment, and it's big. It's very big. Great parking, pretty good location, good price for where it is too. But no, she stuck through it. My dad was here to help too. Shout out to him. They're actually currently back in my hometown right now to go pick up more stuff. including my office chair, which I need so dearly. I felt so bad the entire time because I was like trying to do my best to like, if my sister needed food, boom. If she needed to go somewhere, boom, I'd be there. But I would go home to my well-furnished, air-conditioned apartment to sleep at night. Like I felt so bad. And of course I offered, she's like, you could stay on the couch or something, or like, I'll sleep on the couch, you go on my bed. But no, she stuck through it. Thankfully, classes don't start until a while later, so we have some more time to get acclimated. But the drawing itch is back. I think, even though I've been doodling, just random things happening throughout my day, that's been a real, like a quick ballpoint sketch of something that happened in the day, like a new experience I had or something, that's really kept me drawing. I have the itch to do more. Like I want to do more. And I know that itch is just going to persist and get worse as the semester happens and as I have to do more and more homework every day. But I am looking forward to this semester. There's only one really hard class, and I have a political science class for the first time that I am scared of. Because, like, I'm neither political nor science-y. Then I have a cool ethics class, so good luck with the workload. Yeah, it's 12 hours, so it's not going to be super, super scary, but I have had really bad 12-hour semesters because you can put 12 hours on the thing, or, it's a 3-hour class, but you can just lie, Like, I don't understand how they rate those systems. Because I've had, 4 credit hour classes that have been no more work than an online class, like a crappy online class. And I've had 3-hour classes that have literally taken days of constant work to complete assignments and to study for. Oh yeah, I was going to install LEDs at the top of my desk, so it has some pretty even, nice lighting. They did nothing to fix anything, and I was so distraught. I paid like $15 or $12. It was a $12 lighting kit, and it was controlled through my phone, and it's cool, but it didn't do anything. And I was just really upset. It wasn't even worth keeping there because it just looked bad. I was really, really distraught. At least my my foam idea worked. I got a foam mattress topper for $12, some cardboard and Gorilla Glue, and some command strips, and put like 4 or 5 foam pads on my wall, and it works like pretty well. It's still a bit echoey, but for what it is. I'm taking my time with this, but honestly, I don't care because I have a lot of free time right now. And we haven't done a solid fine liner box in a few days, so. How's it going on your end, Baron Mug? Any noteworthy events, experiences? Drawings? Drawing anime gore. I tried doing it. I tried. Huge. Dude, freaking Dacian. I don't know how to pronounce their name. I just call them Das in my head, or Daz. They're insane. I've been seeing their work. Speaking of anime girl, or anime-esque art style, I guess. I don't know. Is it a specific character or just for funsies? Also, shout out to my roommate. He's trying to be like very accommodating for the stream stuff. I could not ask for a cooler roommate in that sense. He's like, "Oh, are you streaming right now? I don't want to be too loud." I'm like, "Hey, man, it's fine." He's a goat. Shout out him. They are, but they're very doubtful because of burnout. I did not know that was the situation. For a commission, low-key, I miss drawing anime girls. Well, heck yeah, for the commission and drawing anime girl. And I'm sorry to hear about Daz, because man, they are like it's poisonous to like rank people, right? Especially in terms of art, but like people with like a technical skill, like looking at their work, they have a clear and undeniable mastery is a very strong word, but like mastery of fundamentals. They understand this stuff intuitively. It's ridiculous. Okay, I don't know why this song's up. Where are you? Get out of here, 13. But yeah, anytime I see their work and they're doing this great stuff with perspective and organic form, especially organic form, their twists and turns of fabric, and I love on the interior of their fabric for the shading, they just do like a grid hatching, or like a hatching made out of grid. Um, Not necessarily. It's very pleasing to the eye and really accentuates how 3D it is. I mean, all hatching I guess could be grid like, but you know what I mean. It's very structured. I love the pencil brush that they use. I love their pastel color scheme that they typically use, or these like, yeah. I don't know why they said they. Oh, he goes by here. Cool. I've been so obsessed with your Finch character. I saw you guys. That's the thing. I don't have any use for Finch because I have a different Focus app. Or like I have a whole thing about Focus apps. Or just like well-being and all that. But it's so tempting because I want to also have a character. I'm glad you've like found a real place for that. I'm just parasocial about my bird. Hey, I'm parasocial about my birds as well. The grackle picture I sent earlier was in the midst of me feeding grackles. And they look really cracked out right now because their feathers, it's really hot and their feathers are all in weird bunches. And speaking of birds, I plan tomorrow to go to the park that I went to frequently in my college town to go visit some ducks and unique birds and such. Probably the biggest reason why I'm excited of coming back to this town. Not necessarily because of the classes or friends, but that park is amazing. A change of heart. That was rough. Duck representation, heck yeah. You got the mallards, you get all these really pretty duck skins, I guess one could say. That was a really crappy organic form. I don't even want to do the ellipses, but I'm going to. Wait, no. The ducks are so kind, and once again, it amazes me the personality that ducks have. Like, it's clear and obvious by interacting with them. I always fed them sweet corn last semester, but I actually bought some peas this time. And I'm thinking of introducing some other, because like just sweet corn, they could use some other nutrition. So I'm starting to think of just making a mix of it. And I'm gonna bring some peanuts and sunflower seeds for the grackles as well. Your park allows you to feed them? Yes. They actually have signs saying don't give them bread. Like don't feed them human food unless it's like, in this situation. And they also have the little dispensers of duck food. And there's a lot of them. There are a lot of ducks there. Mainly because it's not just like a park, like there's nearby stuff. Where does that misconception come from? Because like I fell for it at when I was a kid. I always remember for some odd reason, like, oh, you bring up a slice of bread for the ducks, but I don't even think you're supposed to feed them. That's understandable. I mean, because there's the food pellets at my place, but maybe I don't know. And my university also has a very big vet school, so I'm hoping I can trust. But at your pond, at least, yeah. That was a really sucky organic form. Let's here. Wait, we're gonna actually like go crazy. A bit better, still wobbly. Definitely could use an extended warm up. Even though I shouldn't, I'm gonna warm up with the new fountain pen that I got. But I mean, the fact that I'm screenshotting songs in the streaming channel because I'm too lazy to save them in the streaming channel. Oh. If you want any of these songs, I can drop a link. Just literally put in chat, hey, could you send me the link for this, and I'll drop it. I'm the same way though. My friends, I have Apple Music, and my friends are like, why don't you just save it? It's like I don't want it in my favorites because then I'm not going to move it from my favorites, so I'm going to screenshot it. This is my personal like favorite songs playlist. I usually use other people's playlists, but this one is since it's our first stream back, I was like we might play this one again. I need to add to it more. I've gotten lazy. Also, I said this earlier, and I'm gonna elaborate on it now. I said I have a thing with focus apps. Here's why. I don't think they're bad. First of all, I think they're great and awesome. But for me, if it's a reward based focus or wellness app, I min max and I don't use it for the right purposes. I stay accountable, sure, but like it becomes unfun for me. And more specifically, during the semester, let's say I'm doing Pomodoro. If let's say I want to study for 6 hours in a day, um, if I do Pomodoro, it will definitely happen. But near the end, I start like waiting for the 50 minutes to hit so I can go to my break instead of just kind of doing it naturally and letting my periods of study and relaxation what is it? Ebb and flow. And so it ruins the natural kind of focus in and focus out periods that I have while studying. Pomodoro was the first time this happened for me, but then there's another app called Forest, which claims that every time you study, it'll help plant a tree in the real world, which is awesome. I would like that. But a lot of the unique plants are paywalled. You have a little garden and you can plant more plants based on how much you study. But you have to earn coins to get more types of plants, and you can do that through studying or focusing or paying, which I found was a bit unhelpful. So those are my two big gripes: is a lot of wellness apps or focus apps are paywalled, or it's just it doesn't benefit me in the way I do my accountability and focus periods. But I did learn today that there's a new app by Hank Green, brother of John Green, focused on that, and it's where you are a little bean guy who makes socks. So I'm very interested in this because Hank Green makes great stuff. I really like Hank Green. I grew up with John Green. Crash Course History. Watch him mixing up the brothers' names. Socks, yeah, you knit socks, which I think relates to their other venture, which was socks that you bought that went to a charitable foundation that I think was either cancer, tuberculosis. I can't remember exactly. So I may try that out. We'll see. Ugh, good stuff. I think I'm gonna do more though. Here, let's mess around with the fountain pen a little bit. I want to. So, fountain pen review, honest, unsponsored fountain pen review. But first, I'm gonna take a sip of water, and then we'll review our new fountain pen. I think the daily to-do list is an awesome use of that. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, I really like that. I'm glad that Sadie's found 267 days or whatever it was. Like, she has a big streak with it, so shout out to her for that. And I'm really glad that there's apps out there that can encourage that kind of self-help. I think my sisters used it at once. It's a really cool stuff. So, the Muji fountain pen. I've used their old other one. This is the newest one. It comes in this really cool, nice little case. Very aesthetically pleasing. Look at that. Ooh. Smell test. Doesn't smell like anything. Comes with little two ink holders. I ripped up the instructions, but I think it's like you set up like any other fountain pen. I can't. So the main thing I noticed is it's so freaking hard to get it out of the case. But that's whatever. Very sleek. Their old one was completely cylindrical. This one has a bit of a size change to it. I love their fountain pens because they're extremely sleek and light. It's aluminum, so it looks very good as well. This doesn't have the knurling or the knurling that their other pen had, so it's a lot smoother. I know, right? Oh yeah, the click of this pen is perfect. It is very good. Like, it feels like there's a magnet. And it doesn't like jiggle or anything. It just fits in there. So very, very good machine quality. Oh, I'm unscrewing it. That's what I'm doing. But yeah, so let's put some ink in this and give it a... Because I would love for this to be my new daily driver pen. Here's the ink. It comes with 2 pieces of ink and 2 ink cartridges in the box. And then you can also get more. So with all fountain pens... There we go. I'm not sure if this is one of those that you got to squeeze a little bit. Sometimes I've had those, but we're going to just gravity well it right now. We'll see, very anticlimactic. I did lose the instructions, but I mean, I think I'm already starting to see some ink, possibly. This is very anticlimactic, I'm sorry. I owe you guys a better pen review. But yeah, I made some of my favorite drawings with the original Muji fountain pen. Make sure it's actually in there. In fact, other than the Kakuno, I think the Muji fountain pen was either my second or third fountain pen ever. I also found my Lamy Safari the other day. It's probably dried up now. But Lamy Safari was probably the nicest feeling one, but that one was like $40, so. Okay, it's in there. Just waiting for some ink flow. Oh, it's already going. What? Okay. So first impression, very small, which I like. Very, very, look at that. Very small. It's a bit lighter than I expected. The slower strokes, of course, give me. I'm really liking how thin this is. Let's do a box or a plane at least. We'll do a plane. My problem with thinner, much smaller pins, right? Is the smaller the line, the more noticeable the wobble is, or at least for me. So you have to be either very confident or have a straight edge. Doesn't feel like as much ink is coming out as the previous Muji fountain pen that I used, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it feels a lot lighter. Very, very smooth. Or not like smooth, smooth. Wrong word, probably. Like, I have a lot of control over it. This is why you don't have me review products. I'm not very good at the descriptions. It's nice though. I like it. I haven't used a fountain pen in a while, so I'm not sure if this is like the worst fountain pen ever or the best, but me like. I think I ought to use this on some smoother paper, like moleskin or whatever. Cool. So there's our. It's so pretty, isn't it? It's a very pretty pen. I'm gonna use this more. In fact, I have this sketchbook I got. It's my like go-to study sketchbook. Where I have like little refer little studies of certain things. You could probably barely see it. Of animals, of things that I want to ink now. And I've been waiting, so this is a great opportunity. Or not even opportunity. This is why I have that sketchbook. I have like 5 pages, 6 pages, 10 pages, 11 pages, 100 pages of stuff I haven't done yet because I've been waiting for this pen. A big part of the inspiration for that sketchbook was Kurumi Storm Pen. Very much Hataya adjacent in the art styles. I think my stylistic what is it called, like preferences, I guess, I don't know, um are starting to show with those two artists, Kurumi Storm Pen and Hataya. Proclivities. Let's hope I still know how to draw a cylinder. We've had a crazy long warm up, but like I said, it's our first stream back. Come on. Man, okay, rant. I love Arizona tea. Stop putting its make the can smaller. It's one can is 114 of my sugar. Either decrease the sugar, which is actually okay because it leaves that kind of like taste in my mouth for a while whenever I drink one, or make the can smaller. Because I don't need that much of a serving. For 99 cents, I will pay 99 cents for a smaller beverage. I've been in my caffeine arc again. I've been drinking a lot of tea and even had coffee, a latte today. I need to be better. I just realized something here. Wait, give me a second. This is the first time I've had a setup where my computer is facing the window. So I can actually open the window right now because it's dark enough and I could see the like twilight and kind of gaze at it longingly during our BRB, which we're going to run 2 minutes of ads. You guys know the deal. And then we're going to get into our first cylinder of our next page of cylinders, marking the 200 and haha. Oh, wait. I just realized Monkey's on YouTube, so he's not going to get struck by ads. What are we gazing at longingly? You, Monkey. Anyways, we're going to go into BRB real quick. And since you're still here, the sunset / twilight outside my window. I just realized my mic's still on high. Oh, I forgot you're a Prime sub, so you don't have to deal with the ads. You're normal now. This is going to be TMI, but I'm going to say it because only Monkey's probably watching right now. For the first time in my entire life, I have my own bathroom. And not only that, but I can open the door to it and still see chat while I'm in the restroom. So there's a cool fact for you guys. Oh my gosh, I can't believe ads are over. This is the worst thing that's ever happened on the stream. Cool. So I don't think much else to talk about. I kind of want some smoother music. I may do some Kolu. Any votes against Kolu? Because I'm gonna queue that up into the playlist before we get started with our cylinder. Hydrate. On it, sir. Yes, sir. There we go. A bit more chill than earlier. It's a mature stream. We got cylinders. Sophisticated. I didn't mean to say mature. Sophisticated. We're mature here. We don't make poo-poo fart jokes. We've never done that. Heck yeah. Cool. Let's get started. Oh, I did take a sip of water. It's just the honor system at this point. If you redeem a hydrate and you see me go mute, that's the tell. I'm gonna make some breakfast tacos tomorrow morning. Oh man, I need to buy mushrooms, so I can make some omelets. Anyways, any mushroom enjoyers in chat? If you say no, I'll think less of you. And that's a fact. Cool. Drugs. How do you pronounce it? Psilocybin? What is it? I feel like a couple streams ago I talked about Kurzgesagt, but they made a new video on amphetamines, which I found really interesting because I really knew nothing about amphetamines before the video. Now, this is, of course, trusting that they are a reputable source on the information. Psilocybin? Cybin. I'm going to assume psilocybin. Thank you. And yeah, mushrooms, the food. It's really weird at first, especially if you're a kid and like you see the like kind of like the hairs on the bottom of the like shiitake mushrooms or whatever. But and it still kind of grosses me out today. They're so freaking good. Have you ever had? I had a portobello mushroom with like cheese and like other garnish on top of it, and it was so good, man. I really feel like mushrooms are slept on, and they're like crazy good for you, or whatever. I feel like Joe Rogan right now, just like spewing unverified claims about a health medicine drug, right? I feel like Joe Rogan, the 20-year-old art streamer, says. Sounds like a bad joke. You get food now, made me hungry. Gotcha. Okay. Mushrooms are awesome. Heck yeah, thank you. I feel like if Kat was here, she would not be a mushrooms fan. Not to put words in her mouth, but this is my prediction. I wonder why they are a meat alternative. No wonder they are a meat alternative. Do they have a lot of protein? I feel like they're a protein. I just know they're good for brain health. They get a lot of nutrients. They taste pretty darn good, especially grilled. Okay, let's do a slightly turn to the left, low degree, high foreshortened, highly turned to the right. Probably not compared to tofu, but they got that umami tape flavor exactly. I've never, I have had tofu, but I haven't had like a tofu specific dish. Have you tried wood ear mushrooms? No. I will Google this, but I have to like cut down on the Googling because I have to go all the way to my other side of my setup. It's a good habit breaker. Oh, those looks crazy, dude. Is that like an actual drug mushroom? That looks like a drug mushroom. They're so good. Oh, okay. What are they? What makes them unique? Are they just like super? They look super earthy, which I know doesn't mean much because you know it's a freaking mushroom, but. I had a giant shiitake mushroom once with some fish. I'll never forget that meal. That was probably the best meal I've had in my entire life. It was... Oh, wait, no, it wasn't fish. I think it was either fish or filet mignon. Wait, is filet mignon the freaking... Oh, I'm done. Whatever. I had a really nice steak or a fish. And under that was like a giant shiitake mushroom. And, oh my god. It's like a texture when you ear cheese and it squeaks. Ooh, okay. When you bite on it. Gotcha. Sorry, I have ointment on my fingers and typing is bad. I know it's because I've been reading a lot of Q's work. Like, I've been reading Die Dark. But that's a very, like, Q Hayashida type comedy right there. Micro Raven, some core draws. Daws. I feel like I have to say that really fast for it to make sense. It's like, what is it? Bone apple teeth. Or, what'd you say fuck me for? We have a very rowdy chat today. I gave my sister and I were, we were both doing the Wordle in her car while waiting for some food in the parking lot. The car was in park. No one was driving. We were in the parking lot parked. And she just like went for it with the Wordle. I took my time, and I'm glad I did because I got my twofer. Core draws are done. Did you guys pog when you got on 2? I did. She was like not. I mean, she wasn't upset that I got it in 2, but I definitely did that. I was like, oh, onion ring. Man, moving in, like setting up my whole setup and everything would not have been possible without Germa. Like I was so tired and so done, but I was like, I'm going to put on a Germa stream. I'm going to put all my stuff away and I'm going to make my setup. And I did without even flinching. I couldn't tell you which Germa, it was one of the newer Germa compilations. I don't remember anything inside of it. Germa Sync, I was Marathon of Germa too. It was his newest one. It was the, I only listened to it. It was an older video game. I was watching Germa this morning. Dude, we're here. Trick shot. Oh, that's a great stream. That is an amazing stream. I remember that I had on while studying. That was last semester, right? Germa could literally play that for months and I would be happy. It's kind of like the arcade streams whenever he had the that arcade game or whatever it was called. And he just played arcade games and made stupid bets with chat. Peak. I think he got first try. Yeah, one of them is like third or first try or something. Also, this is the first time in my life I've had upstairs neighbors. They've been extremely quiet since the first day they moved in, so. Was it the cup one? I feel like it was the cup one. Half of them are cups. What am I talking about? The hanger? Oh, oh wait, shoot. There we go. Sorry, bug, bug mug, bear bug, bugbear. Oh, marble. Oh, okay, gotcha. Was it the marble? Oh, there's plenty of marbles. Bug mug. New character to the franchise. Bug mug. You're but an Insectolord streamer. Marble took multiple attempts from what I remember. There was I'm remembering the half pipe marble one, or it was like woot woot. I'm remembering that one, and that one took a lot of attempts. But you know, I love those because he's just chatting. He's just having fun, and like no one really cares about the gameplay, but it's enough for him to like mess around. And not saying once again, I said this literally the last stream, but not that Germa had a era that I know of where he was like just streaming because he had to, or you know, like he was obligated to. But now that he's like restricting himself to only streaming as much as he wants and playing games that he thoroughly enjoys, he's clearly having a lot more fun or at least I feel that way. Me being a parasocial viewer, and I'm really glad to see because like the scary games, um, games like The Candle, stuff like that. You watch Vinny? Ooh, he's playing a remake of Mario 64. I haven't seen that. I need. You know what? I need to. I need to watch some more Vinny or Joel. I haven't watched Joel in a minute. But that sounds. Actually, no. Wait. What am I talking about? I fell asleep to Vinny's Thalassophobic Curiosities stream, where he just talks about like underwater sea creatures that are unique that viewers submit. I'm a Vinny stan only. I feel like no, that's fine. Joel's a lot louder. He's a lot more silly. But that's the part like I like about him. It's very like you go to Vinny when you want chill, very not dry humor, and you go to Joel when you want some energy, some silly. I'm not gonna be reductive and call him loud equals funny. He's not. He's like so freaking funny, and I love Joel to death. In the same way that Vinny is Kapusi, you know. I didn't know they were different people. That's great. I love that. Maybe sometimes Vinny just moves to Sweden every once in a while, you know? I will say, though, some of my favorite stream VODs of all time is Voices of the Void. Shoot, I remember bits and pieces of that. Isn't it like an 8-hour VOD or something? It's crazy. Okay, my eye hurts and I'm getting a headache, so let's speed this up. I've been getting crazy headaches as of recent. I think it's just stress from school. Yeah, around there. I remember his what's that game where you're on the bus and you have to drive from like Nevada to somewhere else? It was made by Penn and Teller. And he did that as a charity stream. Desert Bus. I remember. Something's off here. And I don't know what. Norway. And here I am complaining about a 7-hour art stream. Barely 7 hours. And these guys are doing stuff like that. Like, come on. And the difference being, you know, art is sure, it's a high octane, high brain power. But I feel like if you're constantly interacting and entertaining chat, dude. Because, like, you know, go back to those streams, I go quiet like 2 hours in. Focused. My mustard farting. I don't know why, in my head, I read that with the TikTok text-to-speech, like, Western voice. My mustard farting. Oof, I need pills or something, you know? Vinny's recent video of his 15th anniversary, didn't realize he streamed for that long. Freaking, I've been getting recommended Vinny VODs from, like, 10 years ago, 9 years ago. Freaking, a horror game I can't remember the name of. And the only reason I don't watch some of them is his mic quality isn't that good and it bothers me, which is a terrible excuse. But then again, I mean, who would want to watch my older VODs, right? Like, or just my VODs in general. So I'm not one to speak. I really can't tell. We may have a joke cylinder here or there. Because, like, I should have done a warm-up cylinder. I know that's a cop-out, but, like, give me a break. I'm gonna go right there, and we're gonna hope for the best. 15th anniversary. Vinny is one of those, and Joel, are streamers that I look up to. I look up to Germa for his creativity, and his passion. Just he's a great freaking person from what we've all seen. Vinny for his humor. He's just a generally chill guy. Joel for the energy and humor. Poke, crazy funny, just insanely funny. PCAT, art and professionalism. I didn't even realize you were eating corn dogs. I couldn't decode what you were saying in chat. Specific Sonic Mania specifically. I love Sonic Mania. Don't say Sonic too much. Beryl will get into a Sonic drawing frenzy, which isn't bad, but she needs to work on her anime coral. I think this will work. Foaming in the mouth, I've turned rabid. Like a 7 mins. Also, yeah, the foam padding I put in my room is really giving like rubber room with rats. It looks awful, but it's doing its job. So yeah, mighty rectangular, but Monkey, would you care to elaborate on that on that reaction? No thanks. Okay, cool. just checking. Guys, tomorrow's gonna be such an epic day because at this park there's also like a place where you can get food and ice cream. I'm gonna get some freaking chocolate ice cream. I know that's lame, but I've been very sour cookies and cream pilled recently. So like just going back to the basics with some good old chocolate. I'm gonna feed the ducks and the grackles, whatever other birds decide to show up. Always toss food towards mockingbirds, but they don't vibe. They aren't trash birds like grackles who'll just eat anything and everything that comes in their way. The humble grackle. I'm also going to watch the new Digital Circus either today or tomorrow. I've heard great things. My favorite character is whatever his name is, Purple Dude. Oh, guys! I'm usually like on it with those, but since I moved in, I was in like not a negative headspace, but distracted and unappreciative of art and things headspace. So I wanted to save it for when I can really savor it. Delano has failed us. What? Dock his pay. Oh. Don't worry, I docked his pay when I pressed start stream. I have it scripted. Oh, I learned something new today, everybody. Apparently, you have to show ID to buy Gorilla Glue. What? I was at a store and I was buying Gorilla Glue so I could hang my foam on my walls. And first I needed ID for that, and then the cardboard I bought wouldn't scan, so I needed the cashier to come over again and self-checkout. And then when I started putting my card in, the card reader broke, so the cashier had to come over again, and I was like red in the face, like embarrassed. Oh my god, that's perfect timing. Yeah, in fact, bye guys. Part of me was really debating how long I should hold that screen on until people thought it wasn't a joke. But I'm better than that. Kind of. Should I edit the VOD to end there? I'm on an infinite loading screen. Oh no. Our bit was forsaken. Well, basically, cross his arms. You got freaking owned. Epic style. My recent verbal trend has been saying style at the end of things, like epic style and say no style. I don't know who introduced it to me. I think it was one of my closer friends. And man, it's just been stuck on my head. You'll see in the VOD. How's it going, Delano? What time is it? Resubbed. Hey, shoot, 3 months. Wait. This is a sub, not a. Wait. Okay, I thought it was a normal sub, and I was like, dude, do not do that. Okay, huge. Well, thank you very much, Monkey, for resubbing to the channel, for 3 months. Thank you very much. I need to give you a special gravel emote because all you have is the crappy default sub emote. Lots of practicing and learning. Huge. I may make that tomorrow if I'm bored. This is not to incentivize people to subscribe, but I feel like bad for people who have subscribed and they, can it be your original? Screw it. Yeah, why not? I'm totally down for that. Less work for me, and I think it's funny. And it's just kind of, it's so weird that I won't. Heck yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. I'll go digging for it in the chat. I hope Twitch will approve it. I'm not sure if Twitch will be okay with that, but I really hope they approve it. Yeah, I mean, this is... We'll move it in just a little bit more. You kidding? What if I did it anyways? Because, like, I like it. I'm down. If we had, like, thousands of viewers every stream... If we had, like, thousands of viewers every stream, we'd be like, But, like, it's just us. Who cares? Other than Rise and Mata, and maybe a few others, you're the... I mean, currently, we only have 2 subs. Which I think is you and Rise, so... Decent box so far. Let's keep it up. We're about to approach the hardest part of the box. Oh, everybody. I talked about this in the Discord, but I'm going to talk about it here because my opinion is more important than anybody else's, and if I don't say it, then my thoughts and feelings don't exist. slash J. So I finished the anime, or I caught up at least. I'm not sure what the situation is, if they're gonna make more or whatever. With You in the Rain, a story focusing on a shut-in named Fuji, I think her name is. I could be forgetting it. And her pet dog, which is actually Tanuki. And kind of just a slight comedy, slice of life, and focus on the mundane, romanticism, I don't know, of the mundane. And it focuses on kind of Fuji's day-to-day life, and how this Tanuki, which does not have a name, I think, has kind of changed up her day-to-day. And I really love it because it highlights things that I don't know. It's just it's a nice watch. It's not particularly life-changing or extremely awesome, but I don't think it's a show that needs to do that. I don't think it's a must-watch, but I think it is a should-watch. You should watch it if you're ever feeling down, or you feel like your day-to-day is becoming very samey, very boring. Because it capitalizes on the joy that could be found in either simpler things or the process. And especially the light that a little pet animal like a dog or a cat, or even a tanuki, if you somehow do that. It's a very endearing show. And it's probably the first. Hey, how's your YouTube video going? Decent. I haven't touched it in about 4 days since I started moving, but the lesson 3 storyboard is almost finished. In fact, I think I have either one more critique or I'm done with the critiques, and I just have to do the conclusion storyboard, which could take 1 to 2 days, and then I'm moving on to the 4 and 5 video storyboards. And since I've just now done the conclusion and the intro, which is going to be pretty copy and paste, those I do at least 1 a day. So maybe in a month or 2 that will be finished. And then we get into recording. The hardest part about recording will be I'm actually doing demos. So that it's tough. It's tough. Not that shoutouts are tough, but I don't want to name people specifically, but at the same time, all of you have contributed to streams and me learning in different and extremely helpful ways. So what I am going to do at least is I'm planning on shouting out everyone on the streams and everyone on YouTube, and then doing specific named shoutouts for the people who have directly helped me with the critiques, such as Dio, Saf, and Chief Tang. Because they they directly contributed to my learning there through their critiques and drawovers and such. So they get the special big shout outs. But of course, I mean, you guys have been here the whole way. I just don't want to have to like do an entire list. Unless you guys think that's probably that's the right thing to do, is just to go through the list, because we don't have billions of viewers, so I wouldn't be too opposed to that. But I also don't want to make anyone feel left out. A whole credits, I know, right? Yeah. This is the interesting. It's why I'm not going to do VIP for the Twitch chat unless like special circumstances or enough viewers, because like I don't want people feel like they're in an in group or out group or stuff like that. You gotta go now. Okay, have a good one, Monkey. Stay well. Great to see ya. Keep up the good work. I was thinking about joining Squatability for my lesson videos, but I think I'm gonna hold off for now, because I'm pretty internally motivated. Oh yeah, I was saying this earlier, but for With You in the Rain, the main character, I've never had a I'm so her moment ever, or I'm so anybody character. She is a recluse, not necessarily a shut-in. And there's an episode where people ask her to go to the beach, and she doesn't know how to communicate the fact that she's just not her thing. And her friend says, "Hey, you could have communicated that better." And I've had so many instances of that in my life where just outings or stuff like that isn't my thing, and people don't understand that I like being alone. And sometimes they, and rightfully so, they get either upset or confused as to why I don't want to hang out or go out. And so that show made me feel very like understood, and the fact that I just kind of like my own peace. Fully operational now, huge. Yeah, it's not so much that is just like I like working in my own peace with things like this. Like at this point, I'm pretty confident the videos would get done, and an accountability system such as that I feel like would stress me more than help me. If I could have a magical robot that comes into my room and reports for me, that'd be nice, but I just want it to be a quiet, personal thing that I work on every day. My goal is at least 30 minutes, because I'm able to do like an entire critique if it's not too involved in about 30 minutes. And what I want to do is I want to wake up, breakfast, go to the gym, come back, do that, 30 minutes of that, do about an hour of job search, and then dedicate the rest of the day towards classes and schoolwork and studying, and then stream at night and then go to bed early. And that's like my goal for this semester. If I'm able to accomplish that, we'll see. It's ambitious. Oof, that line's a bit off. Also, my apartment, my room doesn't have a fan in it, but my apartment's cold enough to where I don't really have to worry about that, which was a big problem because I just realized uh, back where I was streaming at my home, it got really hot really fast, and I felt flustered while streaming. But here, dude, I'm chilling, quite literally. What's everybody? What is your ideal internal like in-house temperature? For me, 68 to 70 is probably my happiest. Like I'll sleep in that. 72 I'm chill with too. But if I could have my pick, 68 degrees Fahrenheit to 70 degrees Fahrenheit. 74 is really pushing it. But also I found that if you're directly under a vent, really changes that number. Like I'd say on average, I'm a 70 degrees kind of gal. Here, wait, let me. That's about 21 degrees Celsius. Thank you, Siri. Cold enough where I'm not chilly. I like being chilly because if I get an excuse to wear my sweatshirts, I'm happy. I love studying while a little bit frigid. If someone comes in here and they're like earnestly like, hey, what is a technique that you use to like stay consistent with drawing? Should I just tell them I chew nicotine gum every time I draw? I think that's like a healthy thing to start telling people. And then I can like start selling Kavel branded nicotine gum. I think I just got my first merch idea. And I could put like slogans like, you won't be a good artist unless you chew this gum. And like stuff, you know. I think this is the way to go. Wait for it to dry a little bit. I'm glad I'm streaming again though. I was a bit nervous. I was just like, do I know how to stream anymore? Do I know that? Whenever I take a big break. But it's always chill. I really enjoy it. For this 50% Friday, I'm not sure. I may be a weirdo and not spin the wheel again just because I want to ink the drawings I have, but we'll see. I do owe you guys a wheel spin though. Man, we had a long warm up. Ooh, I want to listen to Beastars music. I'm gonna do that after stream. Oy. Oops. I didn't foreshorten this at all. I said slightly turn to the right, which it is, and low degree, which it is. But really failed to foreshorten it. I was just a bit worried that I'd overdo it. Get a degree flip. Got me humming the V-Start opener. It's so catchy. And I heard this piano, it reminded me of the Wolf and Rabbit song, which is my absolute favorite. When's your next Legoshi drawing, Bear? I've been posing so much on you. I'm sorry. First, I comment on your anime Girl, and then Sonic and Beastars. When's my next Legoshi drawing? Legoshi X Kaiman will be my Twilight Sparkle Morta Twi drawing. When I feel like it. There you go. Perfect answer. Should stop announcing when I want to draw something consistently. My brain rotates subject matter. I do the same. It's a really bad habit. I'm like, I will draw this, or I will not hyperfixate, but really focus on doing this thing, and then I do it a little bit and realize, oh, but I want to do this. It's just a natural preference for doing something else. Yet I've now announced to the world that I'm doing this. What's that stupid quote that I love so much? Talk less, make more money, grind more. Or that stupid picture is. I love it. The world would like a finished product. I'm not even sure if it's that. But we all rely on each other for accountability. So not so much as a finished product, but you know, a status report. And you establish an expectation. Because you could finish it, but it's not to the expectation of a certain drawing, right? That's why I need to be better about I'm working on the lesson 3 video, even though I'm very, very dead set on completing it this semester. That's a big goal for me. It could not happen because something big happens. So yeah, I was about to say something, but I know I will regret it later, so I won't. Hey, there you go. Listening, thinking before you speak. I suck at that. I need to do better at reframing my thoughts. So for example, I want to draw Legoshi versus I really like Legoshi's character design. I do too. Go insane because why not, right? That's the passion. So we only have so many hours in the day and all that stuff. Insano style. Because when I read Die Dark, I really want to draw the skeleton backpack. I forget their name. Because I suck at names. Also, I love Ashimi to death. I posted it. It's a character, and man, I love that. I love Kyu Hayashida's little trickster characters. Chidoruma is an example of that in Dorohedoro, where they're just kind of all powerful or extremely powerful beings, and they get their kicks from just kind of being a general nuisance towards humanity / others. I really love that character type. And Hayashida focuses on kind of fleshing out their characteristics and their likes and dislikes. So not saying that forms their character, but it just makes them seem very silly, very goofy, non-serious. Go study. Have a good one. Bye-bye. Peace. God, I can't wait to be done with cylinders. We're so close, man. Bye 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 bye. My roommate, my former roommate. I hate saying that because he's awesome. Roommates in my heart. Whenever I would leave the room, or he would say bye, he would do the stupid TikTok. Bye 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 bye. Like the Sigma edit. Oh. I haven't had YouTube shorts. The only YouTube shorts I click on one every once in a while, while editing the thumbnail or whatever. But I won't scroll to the point where I'm finding Sigma edits. It's so catchy, it's so stupid. But yeah, I haven't seen a Sigma edit in a while. I need to I don't know why I need to search for one, but I need to search for one. It's post-ironic for me. I love it. Not frick. Alrighty, let's wait for that to dry. Take a quick brain break and then draw our lips. And we're probably going to have extra time, so we'll just keep it simple tonight. We took a lot of time for the warm up and I have a bit of a headache. I've been drinking a lot of water over the past couple days, yet I keep getting headaches. So I don't know what's up. Probably just like stress from moving in and university and all that. Also, I'm upset. I had a lot of fun playing the Battlefield beta. Other than like there being 100 medics and not getting revived, that's the only time I got mad. And it sucks that I don't play games really at all during the semester. And not only that, if I did play games, the Battlefield is I think it's only coming out like October during exam season. Honk shoe. And job application season, so. Weird. Weird. Yep, just a weird freaking ellipse, man. I don't know how to feel about this one. See the major axis. Don't really know why I got so hung up on that M. People right here. Hee 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 ha. Do you think Amygdala would beat me in like a video game? What video game could I win against Amygdala in? I feel like I could, it's Spleef? 1v1 Amygdala Spleef. I feel like I could come out on top. But TNT Runner or whatever it's called, the one where like TNT falls as you walk on it. I think I get no diffs by Amygdala. I'm talking about like on keyboard. I wonder if spiders are like really good at video games. They have less because they have 8 digits, but they can move crazy fast. So can our fingers. Unless there's like spider keyboards out there. I feel like Amygdala would be so good at rhythm games. Oh, true. No diff. Freaking, I suck at rhythm games. I have a decent sense of rhythm. For how much like I played a little bit of music here and there and stuff like that. I love that. Rhythm games, it's not a fact of that I don't sense the rhythm. It's that I get overwhelmed with the buttons, and it takes me a very long time to get used to them. Like I got the beat. It's just I get like left. Okay, what's left? Okay, that's my left foot or something. It's just the translation there. Establishing that muscle memory is very difficult for me. That was a bit rough, but that's really rough. I think actually no, I think it was other than that top part, it was okay. It could have been perfect if I was just perfect at art and everything, but I'm not, so Nice. Maybe I should oh guys, my roommate has a 3D printer. I'm not sure how much I'll be allowed to use it, but just saying, if you see random gadgets and gizmos appear on stream somewhat soon, there, you'll know why. The whole reason I stopped 3D printing is one, I couldn't take it to my old apartment, but two, it was such a pain for like me to design something and then the print fails because I suck at designing things. And then I have to like level the bed. Or like, oh, guess what? You have to clean the nozzle. Oh, guess what? You have to buy a new nozzle. It just required maintenance that I didn't want to do. And I was like, you know what? We'll just let it collect dust. Cool. So, first stream back. I'd call this a pretty middle of the road cylinder for me. Definitely the bottom ellipse I messed up a little bit more on, but I feel like the major axis, the true major axis, and the major axis from the ellipse that I drew got pretty close compared to usual. Have you ever had a moment where you're so excited to draw a drawing and you take peeks of your drawing every now and then when you're busy / need to sleep? I'm not super busy, like probably not to the degree you're describing, but yes. Where I'm like excited about how it's going. And so I just look at it, or like I have a picture of it on my phone of like a work in progress and I keep staring at it. And then I sometimes stare at it so much that I like get tired of it. But yes, no. I've definitely had like similar stuff. Probably not to the degree though. But like I pass by it or I open up my sketchbook more than I need to look at it. Hey, I'm very glad that you're that excited about a drawing. It's a fun feeling. It's like when you're a kid at Christmas. It's the same like dopamine hit of like opening up something and you're excited. You can't wait to get home from school because you have that new video game you want to play, or you're about to go to your friend's house on Friday. It's that childlike excitement. I guess that's the best way I can describe it. For me, those evoked the same vibes. Cool. Well, I can't say I've ever had that feeling with cylinders, but that marks the end of today's stream. I hope you have some fun with that drawing bear. I'm glad that you're excited, and I'm excited to start streaming again. Compared to cylinders, I'm actually very excited to be streaming again. So yeah, thank you all for joining me on our first stream back, everybody. Thank you, Bear, Delano, Monkey. I think that was everybody. If I'm missing anyone, my bad. Thank you anyone watching who didn't say anything in the past or in the future. And I cannot wait to see you guys tomorrow. Bye for now.